Hi, we're now going to look at setting up the crystal grid and using the activation wand method. I'll post a photograph of the actual grid because it's a little bit difficult to show you it on video. You need to make sure you've got the grid in the right position because originally I had it the wrong way around, so just make sure it's in the correct form or format. And you'll have on the sides will be three sort of oval shapes. That's when you know that it's in the right position. You're going to start with the central stone, and if you've got your intention for setting the grid, so for me there's something in particular that I'm wanting to manifest within the next 4 weeks. So what I've done, I've written it on a piece of paper and it's underneath the central stone. Okay, so you're going to start with the central stone right in the middle. Okay, again, I'm going to post images so you can see clearly where all the stones are positioned. So we've got the citrine point in the middle. If you haven't got a citrine point, it doesn't matter. You can use a clear quartz point or a clear quartz pyramid or a heart. There's various different things that you can use for the central stone. We've then got the supporting stones. So we've got the green aventurine is number 2 supporting stone. So we've got one green aventurine here, another one in this position, and then another one in this position here. The other 3 supporting stones are the pyrite, and again, so we've got one here, and one there. Okay, again, just make sure you look at the grid so you can see exactly where they need to be. And then we have the 8 quartz points, and the point faces outwards. Okay, and again the positions will be shown on the grid as to exactly where they are, but again you'll be able to see it from the photograph. And what you're going to do with your activation wand, you're just going to sit for a couple of minutes with it in your hand, and you're going to close your eyes and you're going to take a deep breath. And I want you to be thinking about what it is that you're wanting to manifest into your life. Bearing in mind this is an abundance grid, an abundance prosperity grid. So we're focusing on abundance, we're focusing on prosperity, positivity. Think about positive things that you're going to be drawing into your life, and try and visualise. Just get those images in your head. Okay, and then you open your eyes. You're going to hold the activation wand with both hands and point the tip of the activation wand towards the top of the central stone. And again, visualise what you're thinking about and what you're wanting to manifest. And then I want you to say out loud or in your head, whichever's easiest. And again, I will write this intention down for you. I program this crystal grid to attract increased abundance and prosperity into my life. And then we're still focusing on what it is that we're actually wanting to bring in to our life throughout the next 4 weeks. And what we're going to do then is we're going to bring all the stones together. So we're going to activate with the wand. So still focusing. Okay. And we're going to start with the inner crystals. So we're going to move from the central and back to the middle. And move to the next stone. And back to the middle, and move to the next crystal and back to the central stone. From crystal, I can feel the energy of this. So to the pyrite and back in. and then we're back to the middle. And then what we're going to do is go back to this stone, and we're going to go in a clockwise direction and bring all these stones together. Of course, when I'm talking about stones, I'm referring to crystals. And then what we're going to do is then connect the quartz ones. So we start again, everything connects back to the middle central stone. So outwards and in, 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 and back to there. And then we're going to do a clockwise to connect all these stone crystals together. And all of the crystals are now connected to this central stone. And there we go. It's like magic. Everything is connected and everything is done. So it is. Fabulous. And there you go. That is your crystal grid. What you can do is, if you want to Reiki, if you do Reiki, you can also Reiki the grids. You can put symbols on the grid. In terms of how long you're going to keep the grid, that really depends on the purpose of it. I would say that if you're intending to manifest something in particular, then you keep the grid until you've manifested it. What you don't want to do is get the grid dusty, or be having it in an area where there's lots of things going off around it. Clear your clutter. You know, clutter is very much a blocker of energy. We want energy to flow. We want energy to be flowing around this crystal grid. So the one thing that we don't want is too much stuff going on around it. Mine is going to be in my office because that's where I make my abundance. And I can see it every day. If it does look like it's getting a little bit dusty but you don't want to dismantle it, what I would suggest you do is take off each crystal separately, place it in an identical grid somewhere else, dust the area, cleanse the area. You can cleanse the crystals, clean the crystals, dust it, and then put everything back again as to how it was. And from me to you, happy crystaling.